pills for years. For 4 years, I got ran over by a Lincoln Navigator on my brand new Honda. And this is what I'm talking about. You know, what's fucked up is trying to do the right thing. I look at my rearview mirror. I'm getting ready to turn left. Lincoln Navigator behind me. There's a car coming from the other way. So I'm waiting for them to go across the intersection so that I can turn. The Navigator behind me just tried to drive right through me. The motherfucker didn't even slow down behind me. So he did drive through me. He shot me one way, shot my bike the other way. The seat was pointed straight up on my bike. The rear fender was pointed straight up. The swing arm was bent 45 degrees around to the left. I ended up I skidded off of a light post and landed in the middle of the road. My bike ended in the middle of the road on the other side of Red Bluff. I mean, on the same side of Red Bluff, but the other side of Perez or whatever the street that I was turning. So the dude stops the Navigator. We get out, and this is the thing. What happens right here? Whenever I got up from all that, I did have on a Kevlar encrusted jacket with the pads and everything, and I had on my helmet. And whenever I got up, I was fucking mad. Okay, let me tell you, whenever I knew I didn't have any broken bones or anything, yes, I was in pain, but I was pissed. So I fucking get out. The guy gets out of his thing. I took the cell phone out of his hand and dialed 911. I told the police, I said, there's been an accident at Red Bluff right here, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's okay. Yada, yada, yada. Send the police. I gave him back his phone. I said, now help me pick my fucking bike up and get it out of the middle of this road. So my bike, we picked it up and slid it into the parking lot. Me and the guy that just fucking ran over me. Well, hit me hard. He didn't run over me, you know what I'm saying? But still. And the police came, and see, I worked for Houston Cycle Salvage, which was only a few blocks. I had just gone down to the store to get a can of snuff. So even if you are just going around the block, or just going to the convenience store, just going to the grocery store, just taking an evening cruise, put your fucking helmet in your jacket on. You know what I mean? Do it. Wear your protective equipment when you're on your motorcycle. Whether you just making a lap around the yard on your dirt bike, or you're going to fucking Canada. Wear your shit. Wear your jacket. Wear your gloves. Wear your boots. Wear your fucking helmet. But honesty's a fucking bitch because of this. Yes, I'm fucking adrenaline's kicking. I'm mad. They asked me if I need an ambulance. I said no. At the time, I'll be honest with you, I was more worried about a motorcycle that was only about 4 weeks old. And it was fucked. So I was more concerned with, I called my boss and had him bring, or actually the motorcycle record that the police called is my boss. My boss shows up, leaves Big Jim running the counter, and comes and gets me and my motorcycle and takes us back to the shop. They asked me, do I need an ambulance? I'm like, no, I'll see how I'm feeling later. So then I get the insurance and all that bullshit going on, and come to find out the kid driving this Lincoln Navigator was a porter. He was from fucking an hour on the other side of Houston, from the northwest side of town, and nobody even knew what the fuck he was doing in that company vehicle. He was supposed to be washing this fucking Lincoln Navigator. So he was out, took the motherfucker over to his girlfriend's house or whatever, went to go buy some crack. I have no fucking idea what he was doing. He was running over fucking Honda Shadows that day. So I was on the same motorcycle, and the DA was light with me, Mr. Schmerl, Michael Schmerl over there in LaPorte, because the cop was laughing when he pulled me over. He's like, dude, I got to give you a speeding ticket because you're going 42 and a 30. And I was like, dang it, man. He said, but you know, I wouldn't have stopped you for speeding if you hadn't been on your back tire riding a fucking wheelie standing on your back pegs when you passed me. He said, I have to admit, it looked really cool. And he said, and if you hadn't have been speeding, I probably would have just given you a warning right now. He said, but you were kind of hauling ass. So he didn't give me no failure to control or anything like that. He just gave me a speeding ticket. And then whenever I went to their district attorney and talked to him about the ticket, he was cool because he was a motorcycler. And we kind of laughed about it. I paid my fine or whatever. Oh no, I went to some defensive driving for that ticket. So then whenever I got ran over by the Lincoln Navigator, I used the DA was also a private attorney. And so I used him, for this case. And yeah, the big fuck up with that is that they're like, look, we could have done a lot more. We could have get you like 30, 50, 150,000, some shit like that, but you didn't take an ambulance to the hospital, which means you really weren't hurt. And I was like, well, I have like 7.5 weeks of physical therapy and a fucking gimp in my walk and shit now that proves differently. I did go to a doctor and all that, and they got my spine was fucked up. My spine, what it did, anyway, it's a long story, but the point is that after getting all that lined out, they're like, here, we're going to pay you back for your therapy. We're going to pay you back for the couple days of work that you missed, and we're going to pay you back for your fucked up motorcycle. Go fuck yourself. Have a nice day. But if you had taken an ambulance that day, it would be a whole fucking different ball game. So see, just being honest and not knowing, you know what I'm saying? And if I did it again, it'd be like that, it just seems fucking wrong that in order for me to have made some kind of a case that yeah, I'll have to use ultimately what becomes the insurance payer's money for an extra $8,000 or $10,000 worth of emergency room and MRIs and all that kind of shit, which makes everyone's insurance go up. So yeah, if you're putting something for sale online or whatever, if you're trying to sell an old car, just be honest. You even notice people that are too honest. Piece of shit car, unknown mileage, driven every fucking day and never maintained. The tires could fall off tomorrow. It has one seat and it has a bungee cord instead of a fucking seat belt, rusted out floorboards. You have to Fred Flintstone to stop. Buy at your own risk, $800. Hey, people might see that and say, look, this motherfucker's being totally honest. Maybe if I put some floorboards and some brakes in this car, it'll be a good car. You put fucking clean one owner and somebody shows up and the car doesn't have brakes or floorboards in it, motherfuckers want to slap you upside your head. And in this new age, us pimp slapping motherfuckers can't be pimp smacking anybody anymore. So we got to start radio shows to get all our fucking aggressions out. But anyway, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we'll see if there are any other big brain busters. Stay tuned all summer long for the Big Brother 19 Robcast. Oh, rumors of all stars. Definitely download the Spreaker Podcast app and follow us there. And you can also check out some other badass Spreaker Podcast programming like The Joe Rogan Experience, Hollywood Babylon, The Nerdist, Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank. He's got a new one out there. I need to listen to that one. He's been out off the air for a little while. Joe Rogan Experience. Check them all out right here at Spreaker Podcast. Download the app, the best podcasting network on motherfucking planet Earth. Follow us on Twitter. Robert Cole at Robcast Radio on Twitter. At Robcast Radio on Instagram. Robert Cole Zombie in parentheses on Facebook, and definitely correspond with the show, your views, your opinions, and you can definitely be on the show if you'd like to. Send us an email, radiorobcast@gmail.com, radiorobcast@gmail.com, radiorobcast@gmail.com. All right, you little maniacs, that's about all the time we've got for this morning. Now, tune in for Robcast number 51, when maybe we will not be smashing shit with hammers. So y'all have a badass evening and an even better tomorrow. I'm Zombie, and I am out of here. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of Little Maniacs across the world, thank you once again for tuning in. Robcast number 50 is in the books. Live, uncut, unrated from Spreaker Podcast and Robcast Radio. I am Zombie and I'm out of here. You little maniacs have a badass evening, even better tomorrow. Big titties. Yeah.